Montgomery Clift was one of Hollywood's most enigmatic and talented actors, known for his brooding intensity and raw emotional depth. Born in 1920 in Omaha, Nebraska, Clift's early life was marked by privilege and rigorous private education, but he found his true calling on the stage. He made his Broadway debut at just 15 years old, and by his early 20s, he was a well-respected theatre actor. Hollywood soon took notice, and in 1948 he made his film debut in Red River alongside John Wayne. His breakthrough came shortly after with A Place in the Sun, a film that cemented his status as one of the most gifted actors of his generation. Clift was often compared to Marlon Brando and James Dean, but unlike them, he embodied a quiet vulnerability that set him apart, making him a symbol of a new kind of masculinity in post-war cinema. Despite his success, Clift's life was plagued by personal demons. He was notoriously private and struggled with his identity in an era when Hollywood had little tolerance for personal differences. In 1956, a tragic car accident left him with severe facial injuries, altering his looks and affecting his confidence. Although he continued acting in films such as The Misfits and Judgment at Nuremberg, he was never quite the same. His health declined due to substance abuse, mainly painkillers and alcohol, and by the time of his passing in 1966, at the age of 45, he had become a tragic figure in Hollywood lore, a brilliant but tormented artist whose personal struggles overshadowed his immense talent. Throughout his life, Clift lived in a number of houses, each reflecting different stages of his journey. His New York City brownstone on the Upper East Side was a quiet haven where he meticulously prepared for his roles, while his West Hollywood home provided a secluded retreat from the public eye. During his time filming From Here to Eternity, he resided at the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel, a place now famous for its ghostly legends linked to him. His final years were spent in a townhouse in Manhattan, where he largely withdrew from the public, focusing on his craft until his untimely death in 1966 at the age of 45. Despite his struggles, Clift's influence on acting and cinema remains undeniable, inspiring generations of performers who followed. Away from the camera, Clift lived in a relatively quiet and reclusive life, seeking solace in his home rather than in the spotlight. Now, one of his most notable residences was his brownstone in New York City's East Side, a space that reflected his introspective and intellectual nature. Unlike the sprawling estates of many of his contemporaries, Clift's home was refined yet understated, filled with books, scripts and mementos from his career. It was within these walls that he studied his roles meticulously, famously rewriting scripts to ensure the emotional authenticity of his characters. Now, let's take a closer look at Montgomery Clift's home, a place where the iconic actor spent his final years surrounded by the remnants of a life devoted to his craft. During the pinnacle of his career, from 1951 to 1959, Montgomery Clift resided in a duplex apartment at 209 East 61st Street in Manhattan's Upper East Side. Occupying the second and third floors of this brownstone, Clift found a sanctuary that balanced his need for privacy with the vibrant cultural life of New York City. It was within these walls that he prepared for some of his most iconic roles, including his Academy Award nominated performances in A Place in the Sun and From Here to Eternity. The apartment's interior reflected Clift's minimalist aesthetic. The living spaces were modestly furnished, emphasizing functionality over opulence. Bookshelves lined the walls, housing an extensive collection of literature and scripts, indicative of his dedication to his craft. Personal mementos such as photographs with co-stars and theatre playbills offered glimpses into his professional journey and personal relationships. In September 1959, a flash fire broke out in the building, prompting Clift and an unidentified male friend to seek refuge on the roof until they were rescued by the fire department. Today, 209 East 61st Street stands as a testament to Clift's legacy during a transformative period in his career. While the building has undergone changes over the decades, its association with Clift remains a point of historical interest for fans and historians alike. Montgomery Clift also lived on the West Coast. His West Hollywood home was a secluded retreat nestled in one of Los Angeles' most sought-after neighborhoods. The residence reflected his private and introspective nature, offering an escape from the pressures of Hollywood. Tucked behind lush greenery, the home provided a sense of tranquility while still being close to the heart of the entertainment industry. The exterior featured a classic mid-century design with clean lines and large windows, allowing for ample natural light to flood the interiors. Its understated elegance set it apart from the more extravagant estates of other stars of the era. Inside, the home was thoughtfully designed with a balance of functionality and comfort. The living room was a welcoming space with floor-to-ceiling windows that opened up to a serene courtyard. Dark wood beams contrasted with lighter walls, creating a warm and inviting atmosphere. The furnishings were simple yet sophisticated, favouring timeless designs over flashy decor. A fireplace in the main living area added to the home's cosy, intimate feel, making it an ideal space for quiet reflection. The dining area was equally charming, offering a more intimate setting for gatherings with close friends. Clift was known for hosting small dinner parties, preferring meaningful conversations over large, glamorous events. The kitchen, though not overly large, was well equipped with modern appliances of the time and featured sleek cabinetry that complemented the home's overall aesthetic. Clift's preference for simplicity extended to every room, where neutral tones and classic furnishings created an effortlessly stylish environment. The bedroom suite was designed as a peaceful sanctuary. The space featured a large bed framed by elegant, understated decor, emphasizing comfort above all else. Soft lighting and carefully chosen artwork added to the room's serene atmosphere. A private study was situated nearby, where Clift would spend hours reading, rehearsing lines, and refining his performances. Large windows overlooked a quiet garden area, bringing a sense of the outdoors inside. This space was where Clift could truly unwind, away from the demands of his film career. The outdoor areas of the home were just as inviting, with a secluded courtyard and a charming patio space perfect for relaxation. A small garden filled with native plants provided a touch of nature, creating a retreat-like feel in the middle of the city. The backyard featured a cozy sitting area, where Clift would often spend time reflecting or entertaining close friends. While the home was not extravagant by Hollywood standards, it embodied a refined elegance that mirrored Clift's personality, a haven where he could find peace amid the whirlwind of fame. While not one of his residences, another property strongly associated with Montgomery is the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel, one of Los Angeles' most iconic landmarks. This property has long been associated with the glamour and mystique of old Hollywood for years. Built in 1927, the hotel quickly became a gathering place for Hollywood's elite, hosting some of the biggest names in the film industry. From the first ever Academy Awards in 1929 to its frequent appearances in movies and television, the Roosevelt has remained a symbol of Hollywood's golden era. However, beyond its historic grandeur, the hotel has also gained a reputation as one of the most haunted places in Los Angeles, with numerous reports of ghostly activity tied to its former celebrity guests. One of the most famous spirits said to linger within the hotel is that of Montgomery Clift, who stayed in room 928 while filming From Here to Eternity in 1952. Clift, known for his method acting and intense dedication to his craft, would reportedly pace the halls of the 9th floor, rehearsing his lines and playing the bugle, a skill he had to learn for his role as Private Robert E. Lee Pruitt. Even decades after his passing in 1966, guests and hotel staff have reported hearing the sound of a bugle playing faintly from the empty corridors near his former room. Others have claimed to feel an unexplained presence in room 928, experiencing sudden cold spots, eerie whispers, and even the sensation of an unseen force brushing past them. Guests who have stayed in Clift's former room have shared chilling encounters, describing feelings of being watched or waking up to find objects mysteriously moved. Some have even reported hearing a soft knocking sound on the walls, only to discover that no one is outside. The elevators near the 9th floor are also known for acting erratically, stopping without reason or refusing to move when called. These unexplained phenomena have led many to believe that Clift's restless spirit remains tethered to the place, where he spent long solitary nights preparing for one of his most memorable performances. While Clift's ghost is among the most frequently mentioned, he's not the only spectral presence said to roam the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel. The spirit of Marylin Monroe has also been linked to the hotel, particularly in the area near her old suite. Guests have claimed to see a reflection in a full-length mirror that once belonged to her, despite no one being present in the room. Other reports include disembodied voices, flickering lights, and sudden gusts of cold air in otherwise warm hallways. The combination of these sightings has solidified the hotel's reputation as a paranormal hotspot, drawing ghost hunters and curious visitors eager to experience the supernatural. Despite its haunted reputation, the Hollywood Roosevelt remains one of the most sought-after destinations in Los Angeles. The hotel has undergone multiple renovations over the years, carefully preserving its historic charm while adding modern luxuries. Its lavish Spanish colonial revival architecture, vintage Hollywood decor, and rooftop pool continue to attract celebrities and travelers from around the world. However, even within its polished updates, the eerie legends surrounding the Roosevelt Hotel persist, fueling its status as both a glamorous retreat and a paranormal curiosity. For those brave enough to explore, the hotel offers ghost tours that delve into its haunted history, including the mysterious occurrences surrounding room 928. Some visitors check in hoping for an otherworldly encounter, while others are simply drawn to the allure of staying in a place so rich in Hollywood history. Whether or not they experience the ghostly presence of Montgomery Clift, the stories surrounding his spirit continue to captivate fans and paranormal enthusiasts alike. Ultimately, the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel stands as a living testament to both the splendor and the secrets of classic Hollywood. Whether haunted or not, its walls hold decades of cinematic history, whispered stories of the past, and perhaps the lingering presence of the legends who once called it home, including Clift. His life was once of immense talent, quiet intensity, and profound personal struggles. Rising to fame in the late 1940s, he redefined Hollywood's leading man, bringing a level of vulnerability and emotional depth rarely seen on the screen. Now, if you enjoyed this tour through the places Montgomery Clift once called home, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives into the homes of Hollywood legends. Let us know in the comments which celebrity home you'd like to see next. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.